Welcome back, boss.
Okay, this is really weird right now because like I'm getting back into the shits. If you get what I'm saying, like I don't even know where to start. Like it's been 2 years, 7 hours. Well, not even 7 hours. It's been 2 years and 18 hours. Um. I don't even know where to start, bro. Like, okay, let's just start here. I am back, but I have some explaining to do. Like I know it's not a lot of y'all, and like but I'm here. You feel me? So let me explain what happened. Right, 2 years ago, me and my friend Trey, we started a YouTube channels. You know what I mean? He don't do YouTube no more. I fell off. You feel what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna put the blame on him because it ain't his fault. You feel what I'm saying? But we fell off and we started journeying on out. You feel what I'm saying? So um, I've always kept trying to do YouTube. Like this is probably my for real over the last 2 years, like 10th try on trying to do a video. So shit, I didn't even start recording yet. So this is just that audio, and that probably sounds like shit. Let's switch over.
Sounds better, right? Okay, so this is like my 10th try with this videos. I recorded a lot of things and I just never pushed them out because they looked trash. So I was just like, I gotta get a whole nother capture card because the little capture card that I was using was completely shit. Like, let's see if I can find it real quick. Was this little piece of it served its purpose. Okay, let's just say that it served its purpose for me and my boy Trey, because we was really doing this shit for real. We recorded a lot of videos together and we pushed them out. You probably can't find them anymore because they were mostly on his channel and he deleted his channel, so now it's literally just me. You feel me? And of course you're still gonna see him or hear him, you know, every now and then because we do play with each other. Pause. We do play the game with each other every now and then, so you'll hear Trey come up over the amount of time. But I'm back, you slimy motherfuckers. I'm fucking back, and I recorded a couple games. I recorded fucking Resident Evil, all of them when they dropped. I pre-ordered all the Resident Evils. I pre-ordered the Metal Gear series. I recorded that. It looked completely dog shit. So, you know, what else? Elden Ring. I ordered Elden Ring. I didn't pre-order it, but I did like maybe like 2 months after it came out. Yeah, so it's a lot. I got a lot of games that I've been wanting to push out to y'all. But right now it's literally I'm literally just y'all gonna get these videos, not the past ones, but the new ones, the better looking ones. Now, I do have another capture card. It's an Elgato. It's not the best, but it's one of the best. And this one, it's a little delayed, so just bear with me for a little while, you know what I mean? Just until I can really get my shit together. And like, you know, I just still want to push these videos out to y'all. But with this one, I couldn't do it with this one. I could not do it with this one. Literally, I'm talking about it got choppy, it got laggy, it got hot, it got like the sound quality was weird after like 30 minutes of using it. So I'm gonna have to delete those videos. Well, they already deleted, but get rid of those videos and then push some new ones out to y'all. So without further ado, I got a game here for y'all that I've played in my childhood, and it's called Metal Gear Solid 3. And when I tell you I love this game, it's a really old game. Like, if anything, this is the game that's going to be a little laggy. I've played this game from 4 years old to now. Like, that's a long time. So, bro, like, I really can't wait to show y'all this shit. And if you ain't never seen it before, get your vaginas and ready. Because it's finna get hot in this bitch. You feel me? It's finna, my vagina gets wet when I think about this game.
What? No, dude!
So, so this is a Konami game. Anything Konami is just brilliant, bro. I'm not capping. Anything Konami is brilliant, bro. I pre-ordered this game. I played it a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I played it a couple times. We're gonna go with normal. I'm not doing no hard. I'm not doing no European Extreme.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
But just listen.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Okay, so one thing to note about this game that I did not say at all. It's very long cutscene, so just get through it with me. just get through it with me. I done seen these 200 times. You feel me? So just get through it with me. And by the middle of the game, there will be no more cutscenes, no more talking. You feel me? So just get through the first half with me. Me and you. Me and you. Me and you. And we're gonna be alright. But first of all, let's just say this. There is a lot in this game that shit. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all boys. I don't even know what the fuck I left off on. Only because I had to help a friend with her glasses. And I have super glue all over my hands now. They're all tacky and shit. And yeah, motherfucker ran into the door. But we back at it. We left off on needing to get our bag off of a tree because it got snagged on a tree, if you remember watching. Yeah, I mean that was only like a couple seconds for y'all, but for me it was 30 minutes ago. Certain things I'm not going to worry about.
Some of the basics of CQC.
Okay. So some things I'm not going to worry about showing y'all because it just slows down the game.
Already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen.
This is Boss.
The success of the mission depends on how
she's
well
our
you use
former
your camouflage. Change your
she trained us.
camouflage by
She trained
selecting
us.
camouflage from the survival viewer. The uniform option lets you
Okay. I can already tell y'all what this is. So you see in the top where it says splitter and olive drab.
Who's that?
See, I fucked up because I wasn't paying attention. I am dying. This is a bad start. This is a horrible start to this right here. Back to better restart. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Alright, we're gonna take that boy out. This is how it's supposed to be played. Not how the fuck I played it. Cause that shit was tragic. No, Paddock.
The enemy's here.
What?
What's wrong?
There it is.
Come in, H. Unit, confirm their status.
All right. So yeah, let me just tell y'all about some shit that I had going on lately. I became a tattoo artist. I am now a tattoo artist. I've been making bongs. Like, dead ass for real. Been making bongs. I've been liquored the fuck up lately. But let me just tell y'all about the tattoo shit. I've been doing really good actually. I've always wanted to be a tattoo artist since I first got my first tattoo. And I've actually been a tattoo artist for about 3 years now. It's been about 2 years. So, you know, a nigga really been in there. You feel me? Been on my grind. You know, every now and then I get off my shit. But you know, that's with everything in life. You know what I mean? So I'm back on it. I'm back on a lot of things actually. Yeah, you a bitch. You a bitch, homie. But yeah, I've been back on a lot of shit lately. But yeah, I became a tattoo artist, and I could put up some of my work, you know. If I can, I'll put it up here on some shit. But I've been doing really good. If y'all want some tattoos, you know, y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. If you in Atlanta. If you're not in Atlanta, don't worry about it. Well, I'm not coming to you. I'm probably all over the place, ain't I? That's whatever. I'm just getting back into this shit, bro.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. Or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgin.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgin's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
So, with that being said, and all that shit being done, Sokolov is a bitch, one. Ocelot is a pussy, two. And Snake is a goat, nigga. What the fuck? Did you see how that nigga just took out all them people? Or are you watching? Were you watching? I said these cuts on the cut scenes are long. You better have been watching.
You okay?
If you wasn't watching,
Ocelot unit.
okay.
Yes.
And you better watch it this time.
The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment.
Watermelon, 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 what? Alright. So, I'm gonna leave y'all boys at this one. You know, next episode, we gonna actually get more into fights and bosses. We'll be fighting our first boss, which is the Pain. Yes, we'll be fighting the Pain. That's the first boss we're gonna fight. But we're gonna start off next episode curing my boy Snake. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this movie, because this all this basically was a fucking movie. And next time, which should be tomorrow, most likely, because I'm going to be posting way more often than I was before. I'm going to probably be posting at least 3 times a week. Hopefully I can get the schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so y'all get one every other day. You know what I mean? Or Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. So 2-day intervals. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and hopefully I can come back with way more energy. My energy was tuckered out today because I had to finish with this Elgato. Like, it took me 7 hours to figure out this goddamn Elgato. And when I tell you, it broke my spirit when I couldn't figure it out. Finally figured it out, so now we back at it. But yeah, hopefully we got this shit, Brody. But yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next episode. Peace. Watermelon, 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 what? Alright. So, I'm gonna leave y'all boys at this one. You know, next episode, we gonna actually get more into fights and bosses. We'll be fighting our first boss, which is the Pain. Yes, we'll be fighting the Pain. That's the first boss we're gonna fight. But we're gonna start off next episode curing my boy Snake. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this movie, because this all this basically was a fucking movie. And next time, which should be tomorrow, most likely, I'm going to be posting way more often than I was before. I'm going to probably be posting at least 3 times a week. Hopefully I can get the schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so y'all get one every other day. You know what I mean? Or Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. So 2-day intervals. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and hopefully I can come back with way more energy. My energy was tuckered out today because I had to finish with this Elgato. Like, it took me 7 hours to figure out this goddamn Elgato. And when I tell you, it broke my spirit when I couldn't figure it out. Finally figured it out, so now we back at it. But yeah, hopefully we got this shit, Brody. But yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next episode. Peace. It's not even that deep to the point that I would need to.